Good morning, dreamers. How are you today? This one says I followed my heart and it led me to more coffee. Today it did, that's for sure. It's just silly. Oh, I hope you are well on this beautiful, sunny Thursday morning. The sun's still trying to wake up. It's asking for 10 more minutes, Mom. 10 more minutes. Muffins are in the oven. I realized last night I didn't have much for lunches because I have to go for groceries today. And it's like, oh, I better have something they can eat. There's always bread and there's always stuff to make, but there's not always quick grab things. So this morning I was get muffins in, get muffins in, get muffins in. So I did. So much on the brain today. So much. I was in Psalm 70, I believe it's 74 this morning, and I was just chatting about how the author felt rejected and felt that God had left, and how God had allowed enemies and life to overwhelm him. And then it resolved. Not every psalm resolves because not every situation in life resolves. And you got to remember, there are people that translate the Psalms literally. It's poetry. There's a lot of that in the Christian holy text that we got to be really careful not to be a literalist. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Um, but he's talking about, I want you to take them out and annihilate them, and I want you to, what he wanted God to do with his enemies. And then he realized that he was hoarding bitterness. The author realized that he was hoarding bitterness in his spirit. And he's like, that's why I'm not set free from them, is because I've brought them home. I brought them in. I've welcomed them. They are now living rent free in my life because I am holding bitterness. That's why I'm not free. And that just landed hard this morning. I was like, who am I letting reside here? What thoughts, what past situations, what non-affirming entities are allowed to reside in my life, and I'm giving them free room and board. And I was joking with a friend on the weekend because she put on a post that when she gets ready for a party, she actually hangs up balloons that say, please leave by 9:30, right? Like, when there are friends, we can tell them, out you go. I did that on Saturday. I had friends over for dinner, and I warned them in the invitation, at 7:30, anyone who's still here is going to be told to leave. It's how it is. And we had a wonderful time, and clock struck 7:30. I said, I gotta go get Hannah. I gotta pick her up from work, so let's get out. And I actually turned to a couple that were in a great conversation. I said, you know what, you two can stay, but I'm not gonna be here. You can stay, chat all you want, but I won't be here. And they're like, oh, no, we're gonna go. It's okay. It was so great because everyone knew there was an end to the party. Well, when's the end of the party for the negative stuff? The host has to call it. The host has to call it. And there are certain things, the party's over, folks. Out you go. And I don't know what that is. Maybe it's bickering in social media and you need a social media fast. Maybe it's actual people who are constantly draining you, and every solution you have is met with negativity, and they don't want healing because they're not taking the steps they need to take. I don't know. Maybe it's a job that's not ticking with you. Maybe it's an attitude from a child. Not going to kick the child out, but you can kick the attitude out. And don't forget, they're teenagers, so they'll grow up. You become far more smart once they hit 22. maybe 25. So hang in there. You're learning, Mom. You're learning, Dad. You're gonna get your smarts back. Trust me. I'm talking to myself because I really don't know. That's what people tell me, so I'm hoping it's true. But what is it that you need to say? Party's over. Out you go. I don't know. Maybe it's your own self negativity when you convince yourself you cannot do something. I'm not good enough to ... Guess what, self? Party's over. Out you go. I don't know. Maybe it's really toxic theology that hurts people. And you're not manipulating scripture by learning about scripture and its English roots and where it comes from. Don't let other people who are still at the party tell you otherwise. If there's something you need to learn, dig deep and learn it. Because there's a lot out there. And as a English major, someone with a somewhere in the depths of my stuff, behind one of my many bookshelves, there's an English degree. And I'm telling you, you gotta know the background to the text or you don't get the whole text. Period. Because English is limited. As much as I love it, it's limited. So anyway, that's a beside. Wow, where'd that come from? I don't know who that's for, but whoever you are, I hope it helps. Anyway, whatever it is today that you need to say get out of here, maybe you drink too much coffee and you need to tell yourself, this is not me preaching to myself, promise. You need to tell yourself, I need to get healthier. Big bag of Doritos every night? Guess what? Party's over. Out you go. I don't know what your thing is, but party's over. Out you go. Have some sweet dreams along the way. Bye.